I didn't think I'd be uploading this kind of video today, but here we are. I didn't think I'd have to make this kind of video, but I procrastinated again. I put things off until the last second, and I don't have enough time to finish the video like I wanted to. But I promised a video this month, so this is what I've got for you guys. I want to address some things anyway. I started this channel really well at the beginning of the year. I managed to upload weekly videos for a single month, but then I quickly fell off. I started being late with my uploads, so I changed the time that I upload videos at for this channel. That didn't help, so I changed to uploading every other week. That also didn't work, as I've still been uploading videos late. Then I tried uploading monthly. I technically already failed that, otherwise you wouldn't be seeing this video. I'm struggling with this channel now, and, well, at first I didn't know why. I think I've figured it out now, though. For those of you who don't know, which admittedly I've never brought this up before on the channel, but maybe you've noticed the sections on my main channel page. But for those who don't know yet, I actually have some other channels that I run. Not many of them are active yet, fortunately, but two in particular have regular uploads of them. My main channel, Game Hero 65, I stream there and on Twitch twice a week. Then I take short clips from the streams to make into dumb but funny highlights that I upload the day after. I also have a reaction channel that I upload to weekly, but that's also pretty easy to manage. I just gotta give myself the time to record videos for that. The main difference between those channels and this one is I don't have to do much editing for those at all. My content on the gaming channel is just basically live streams right now, with very small edits for the funny bits that I turn into shorts. It's easy to maintain a schedule with that since I can just stream twice a week. Well, initially once a week, but as of this week I changed it to where I will be streaming twice a week, and I would just stream a random game for about 3 hours. Every Tuesday and Thursday I would just stream a game for 3 hours. The reaction channel isn't quite as easy to maintain, but it's still pretty easy. Like I mentioned before, I just need to find the time to record videos, and the editing process is easy since I don't really like to do much editing for reaction videos in the first place. I just get a preview clip, add an intro and outro, and done. Reaction video is ready to be uploaded. Like, that's pretty simple. But with this channel, reimagine, I've been getting kind of burnt out on it. I've given myself too much for my ADHD brain to handle. I have to come up with a script for every episode, not to mention figure out the general plot of the episode in the first place. I then hop into Gacha Life 2 to get the images I need for my characters, then use Gmod for a majority of my scenes using workshop projects that people have made. Then I go into a photo editor to combine those together, and then after that I go into my editing software and do voice acting for reimagine and Chaya as needed. I throw text on the screen so that people know what the crap the characters are saying, especially since I'm not very good at voice acting right now. Then I have to make sure that I have a thumbnail ready, as well as the description ready, before the video can be fully uploaded. If you take all that stuff that I have to do for this channel and combine it with what I do for the gaming and reaction channels, as well as the fact that I work as a cashier at Walmart, you can probably guess what kind of strain that has on my mind. how much I have to like worry about all at once. And for a guy with ADHD, that's kind of difficult. It's the main reason why this channel has been struggling lately. The gaming channel actually had the same issue for a while, because I used to actually edit videos for that channel. Like, I would properly edit videos and cut down like 2 hours of gameplay or so into like 20 minutes. But that was difficult because at the time I had both school and work to focus on as well. I wasn't working at a Walmart back then, but I still had work in like a retail job, and I was in school for software development. Fortunately, I finally just got out of school, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But I still have a job outside of YouTube. YouTube, I can't even consider a job yet because I'm not making any money off of it. And the thing is, I'm going to be working full-time at Walmart pretty soon here. Unless I get lucky and find a job in software development, which I'm personally hoping for, because that's the kind of job I want in the future, especially with some big plans I have in the future. But that brings me to the main purpose of this video. I need help. Desperately. I've brought this up in a few community posts, but I decided to finally make an official video on this. I want to hire a few people to help me out with my videos. I'll have to figure out pay rates later on, but I need the help if I want to keep this channel running smoothly. If I want to go back to weekly uploads. And I do want to go back to weekly uploads. I have some big plans with this channel, but it's going to be harder to follow through with them if my schedule is just weird. I need a schedule that's more similar to SMG4's schedule if I want to put out all the stories that I have planned within the time frame that I'm giving myself for this channel. Because I will admit, this channel is only going to be around for a certain amount of time. Like, I'm only going to be uploading it to it for a certain amount of time. The channel will stay up, of course. I'm not going to take all the videos down, but this channel will only stay up for so long. And to get out all the videos I want to get out within the time I've given myself for the channel, I need a weekly upload schedule. And for that, I need help. I desperately need help with that. While I'm working on my own, I'm probably just going to keep it to monthly uploads. But once I start getting help, I'm going to bring it back down to like probably like every other week for a little while, until I'm sure we could handle weekly videos together. And of course, to get to that point, I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 people helping me out with everything. As of right now, I'm sticking with gacha animations, but I eventually do want to transition into a different style for my videos. But for now though, for a little while, going on into the future, I'm sticking with gacha animations. So as of right now, I'll really just need like one person to hop into GL2 and just pose characters as needed. Admittedly, they can go into more details with the posing and even make things more fluid if they want. Personally, as of right now, I'm probably gonna stick with just the same kind of like stock image type thing. where like it just goes from frame to frame. But if they want to go into more detail with it and actually have fluid movements for the characters, they can do that if they want. And once I figure out the pay, I'll make sure that they're paid adequately for the job that they do. So, yeah. And of course, I'll provide gotcha codes as needed for that. I just need someone to do character posing for the videos. Possibly even just like figuring out full-on animated poses if they really want to. They don't have to, but they can if they want to. And I will pay them accordingly to how it all looks. From there, I will also need someone creating backgrounds for the characters, whether it's just doing the same thing I did, like going into Gmod and using pre-made assets by people on the workshop and just taking screenshots when needed, or even just full-on creating their own scenes. It's up to them how they want to do that. Personally, I would just say use Gmod, since that's kind of what I've been using. I've also used a little bit of Pixel Studio for a few custom backgrounds, but generally you don't need to put too terribly much effort into that. I think you could entirely just find what you need on Gmod and just take screenshots as needed. Honestly, whoever is working on gotcha animations, if they really want to try and handle that at the same time, they can. But if not, then I can just hire another person for the background art and whatnot. And then of course I'll need someone to edit the videos. The style of editing will be generally pretty similar to SMG4. It'll be very meme filled, because, you know, RIG4 is just an alternate universe to SMG4. So, yeah. This is also my own general style that I will be using for this, so, yeah. As for myself, I will still be helping out with the videos, of course. It's my channel after all, and I want some hand in creating the videos. Even if I'm not doing, like, the editing anymore, or the scene collection and creation or whatever, I'm still probably gonna have the most important role to all of this. That being scripting and brainstorming. I already have plenty of video concepts ready to go, and I really just need a script though. That's something I could pretty easily do, to be honest. And if I can hire people to help me out with the animations, I could focus entirely on scripting videos. And with that, I could probably very easily actually get ahead of schedule with the scripting. Which, of course, from there, I could also get some feedback on the scripts and figure out how I could improve them, just like how I would be giving feedback on the other parts of the animations, like all the scenes, the editing. But yeah, to be fair, the script is probably the most important part of any episode, and if I don't have a proper script, video production technically couldn't start unless we were just going to totally wing it. But if we totally wing it, then the video would just not turn out as good. Since I know what direction I want the channel to go in, I'm easily the best person to handle the scripting. And again, as the owner of the channel, I still want some part in helping produce the animations. This is likely just the best way I can do that right now, with all the other stuff that I've got going on. And especially with where I want the channel to go in the future, the scripting is probably the biggest thing I want to focus on for each and every video. Like I've said before, I want to put out regular content for you guys. Without help, that's going to be difficult, especially when it comes to my motivation to make videos being killed by everything else that I've got going on. I'm still going to try my best to upload monthly, since I'm sure I could handle that on my own. But I eventually want to return to weekly uploads, as I mentioned before. I'm not going to be able to do that on my own, even if I could make YouTube my job. Hence why I'm asking for help with all this. So if anyone's able and willing to help me out, let me know. You can find my business email in the channel bio, so if you would like to work with me, just shoot me a message there. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I can, so that I can get back to a more normal schedule. I'm personally getting pretty tired of having to break my schedule, and I'm hoping that this will make it easier to fix things and get back into the normal flow of things. That said, I should end this video here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and again, if you're willing to help out, let me know. Send me an email. I'll be sure to respond as fast as I can. Thank you all so much for watching, and well, hopefully you won't see me in the next video, and instead you'll see RIG4. See you guys later.